So we have been in unprecedented times over the last 20 months. However, what we have seen is transit continues to move forward and has momentum. We saw public transit delivering essential workers at the height of the pandemic. We saw, as some workers begin to return to work, that public transit has played a role for access to jobs, education, and healthcare. Today, we're beginning to look to the future. What does that look like? And we know that public transit will play a critical role. In fiscal year 2021, what we saw was CMT's advocacy moved into action.
And CMT has always gotten things done. But it was the movement from an organization that did advocacy, that does education about why transit's important, getting people understanding how they can use transit and getting them on the system, to an organization that truly is taking on projects that are making physical differences in our region.
Placemaking, even the term, is one of those ideas to try to push our envelope out, push out into the community, where that it's more than a transit stop, more than simply the rails, but how does it integrate within the fabric of the community and the neighborhood?
When you take a look at transit, just think of the color palette. It's cement, it's gray, it's kind of dull because it's just moving you from point A to point B. When you have these placemaking opportunities, there's color, there's sound, that vibrancy truly is there. It shows that there is interest and, again, that investment.
One of the key components of a CMT and a project like this is they provide that conduit between, for instance, the art community, but with our engineering team, so that the project works. It's almost like putting a piece of music together. There's many different aspects that come together, different instruments, but of course CMT is one of those coordinating organizations. They're wonderful, a great partner. I'm grateful to them.
We saw record membership in the organization this year, really demonstrating to us that public transit is important to the St. Louis region. We also saw historic levels in earned media, which helps us tell the story to the general public about the benefits of public transit. We also saw record federal funding for public transit with the 3 COVID relief bills, which is instrumental in keeping the systems running as we work our way through this pandemic. We saw $600 million for operators in the state of Missouri, with more than $300 million going to Bi-State Development Metro Transit in the St. Louis region. We also had the opportunity to initiate a statewide transit needs assessment study through our work with the Missouri Public Transit Association, and this is going to help us determine where are those service gaps across Missouri and how do we work to fill those. We have seen some really big wins in FY21, again, despite that we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we are hopeful that we know that there is a lot to be accomplished in FY22, and with the help of our board and our members and our stakeholders, we know that we'll move the organization and transit forward in the St. Louis region.